Well, before we move to the next portion of the build, guys, let me show you. I did do a little bit of updating. I found that that piece was broken right there, so I had to wrap a new lower front bulkhead. And then I did a couple updates, a couple spots that were showing because I had rock chips or tire marks, but I got it all hooked up and fixed. Guys, anyways, next portion of the build is going to be these fully upgraded GPM diffs, and I want to bring you guys in to show you guys how they have held up to 12S. Real quick, guys, before I move on to the diffs, this is the bulkhead that was broken. Unfortunately, yeah, it's died, it's wrapped, but I wanted to show you guys how tough. Some guys might be thinking, well, it's not even worth wrapping my chassis. It's just gonna fall off when I wash it. Well, guys, I can't pick it off with my fingernail. And to be honest, when it does finally come off, it stretches so bad that you could never put it back on. And while we're talking right here, I'm trying to peel it off so I can show you, but it's not wanting to come off. It comes off in little chunks. And the whole reason is because, well, guys, I use this PnwRc Clean. It is industrial electrical cleaner and degreaser. I spray that on a rag, clean it first, and yeah, well, let me see if I can show you guys up close. All right, well, maybe you can't see it right there, but I'm just picking it away, guys. It's stuck on there like glue. It's not going anywhere. This is the old one. Stinks, I broke it. So let's go ahead and do the diffs. All right, so I have to be honest with you guys because I am definitely hard on my stuff. Two of these cases are new. I replaced both cases just because, well, I think the screws came loose over the course of 2 years. I never rebuilt the diffs, and well, the little nubs just broke off. Here's the case actually, guys. It's actually still in working condition. I'm just going to replace it. So let me show you guys the gears, the spider gears, the ring gears, and the center diff gear, how they're holding up to 12S. And just a reminder, these are the spiral cut 1.6 gears. All right, well, I hope you guys can see them good on camera. I got lots of lighting going on here, but check that out. These are all cleaned up. Look at the wear on that. This is the center diff gear, the output gear. And then here are, this is, I don't know if this was a front or a rear. Super good condition. You can't even really tell they were in the truck. There's a little bit of wear on them. It's nice and even. And then here's all the spider gears. Perfect shape, guys. All perfect shape, except for, and I don't even know how, we did break, and I don't remember if this is a GPM crossbar or if this was a stock one, because I built this truck kind of before I started doing this diff stuff. So the spider gears were all good. The sun gears were all good. And we're just going to rebuild them, guys. All right, well, you guys, I build these diffs for customers all the time. They're also available on my website. One thing I didn't show you guys are the 7075 PnwRcMadness diff spacers. You won't find these anywhere else. I carry them in all colors. I got blue, silver, green, purple, black, all that stuff. When I build them from scratch. I got the bearings available. I have the gaskets. I have all the crossbars, all the spider gears, all that stuff, guys. So if you don't want to get messy and all that good stuff, I actually scribe front, center, and rear. I use 60 million, pretty much standard, unless you ask me, 60 million in the front and the rear. And then I use 20 million Traxxas in the center. And I think it's like 4.3 grams. I can't remember the exact number, but yeah, I build them same every single time. 2 shims on the sun gear, and that's it. It's up to you to install them in the truck the correct way. But let me show you guys how I build them real quick, and yeah, we'll keep moving on the X Monster build. Let's do it. Now, I'm not saying this is the almighty way, but this is just how I do it, and it has seemed to have worked for the hundreds of diffs that I built. So I grabbed my brand new O-rings and a little bit of PnwRc udder butter, and this is the first thing that I do is grease up the X-rings. Make sure that groove is all greased up, and this is going to help make sure none of the diff fluid leaks out. Step 2, take some of that udder butter, put it right on your fingertip, and there's going to be a groove right in the bottom of the case. I like to fill up that groove with udder butter. And then you're going to take your gear. This one will be a little bit easier to see. Your ring gear. This is GPM as well. These are mod 1.6. This is 1032. Guys, it's not going to make your trucks any much faster. It's like 0.06% bigger gears, so maybe a little bit, but not anything noticeable. So I just fill that little groove right there. I try not to get it inside. Okay. I'm going to take my sun gear, lube it up a little bit. And you're going to take this applied. My shims were actually worn down, guys. Let me show you one here. So I'm using new shims. So I only use 2. So first your shim. You can see it's kind of worn on the underside of the sun gear. But the actual teeth are amazing looking still, like not used it looks like. And then you take your O-ring, your PnwRc udder butter patty, put that right on there, okay. And since we are building brand new, let's see here. So this is a new case, not marked. This is the old case. This is before I even started building diffs, guys. So this is, none of these are marked. So technically, I'm ahead of myself. So let me show you guys what I do first, the very first thing that I do. So I've learned this helps me as well. You can find these on Amazon, but this is what I do. Just make a little F for front, center, and rear. So that's the center. So I've done these videos before, but I always find different things, little tips and tricks to help you guys. So the first diff that I do build is always the center. So there we go, sun gear's all ready. This one's been in the sand, you could tell it's all worn down. So there's a little bit of udder butter that comes through, and I use that little bit of excess to just wipe right there on the bottom. Nice and sloppy, that way the gear, or not the gear, but the bearing doesn't freeze to the case. Okay, so there is the center. So the second thing I do is I build the center diff, because you're using 20 million, it takes the longest to settle in, unless you're using the correct amount. Let me see here, let me weigh it up. 4.2 grams should be more than enough. So I just take 4.2 grams of 20 million and I stuff it down in there. You're going to take your GPM crossbars that I sell on my website as well. And then, see, you can see a little bit of wear. Not bad at all, guys. Now here's the trick. So when you push them in, I always like to try to get that bar, that flat space facing up. And then I like to push it in. And then I take an out drive. I always like to take an out drive. And if you put a little bit of pressure on that bar and then twist, you can settle those spider gears right into the sun gears. And that way they're set. They'll be in place for when you're ready to put the ring gear on. Guys, this is super important and it will help you guys tremendously assembling these. So there's the center diff. I've let it set for about an hour, hour and a half, and it's kind of settled in as far as it's going to go. When you fill up all the diffs, you're going to want to make sure that your oil goes right at or above. I like to go right above the crossbars because, well, these trucks kind of eat diff fluid. It just like disappears somehow. I think it's because it heats up. So that's what that's going to look like. And then here is your front and your rear diffs. I like to go just a fuzz above the crossbars in order to make sure they're seated so that when you go to screw on your next sun gear and your ring gear. I don't want to stick my finger in there right now because it's all oily, but I did this before. Just make sure you stick your finger on there, grab your out drive and twist, and that's going to set your spider gears into the sun gear below, and that's going to ensure that everything is spinning nice and free. So the next thing I do is I'll take some udder butter or whatever grease you guys like, and I just like to udder butter up the gaskets. Just another little bit to help fluid from leaking out. So before we go any farther, we got the udder butter on all the gaskets. Everything's still just chilling. I'm going to give you guys another tip here, but I wanted to show you. You can see a little bit of wear. It's nice and even. This is the pinion. And then that's also the bearing that comes with it. So that bearing's 2 years old. That pinion is 2 years old. I don't know. I can't remember which one's front and rear. It does say on there. I think it's underneath of the bearing. Anyways, so these are the Mod 1.6 spiral cut gears. Guys, I sell these on my website as well. I'll leave a link. You can build these all yourself after watching the video, or you can just build them yourself anyways. But I like to put a bunch of so here we go. This is old udder butter, the green formula, but I'll go like this with my udder butter. All right, and then I'll take an out drive and I'll do, first thing I do is I close up the center diff first because I can use an out drive to kind of help spin and make sure everything is working correctly. It's a lot more difficult than using, it's a lot more difficult to use these to try to make sure everything's all working freely. So I always start with the center all the way through. Start with the center, filling it, start with the center, securing the ring gear on top. Now there's one more thing I like to do. This is going to ensure a superior diff build and none of your parts and pieces are going to come loose. Now, as I was telling you in the beginning of the video, I had these pieces come loose. I think that's because I have crashed that truck so many times and it was so heavy. Also, because possibly these screws were just coming unscrewed. I did clean them before I stuck them in. But let me show you guys what you're going to want to do, or what I do on all my diff builds. So we got the out drive screws in here as well. And you're going to want to make sure you're Loctiting all of these using some sort of medium Loctite. You don't want to use red. I like to use PnwRc. And then go ahead, grab yourself some Brake Clean or some PnwRc Moo Clean and clean up all your screws. And then that's going to allow you guys to install these nice and clean, free of debris, and they're not going to back out after they've been Loctited by your choice of blue Loctite. So I'm going to go ahead, clean all these screws up, and then I'm just going to reassemble everything, and I'm going to show you guys one more tip. As I'm doing this, I just like to take an old cap and squirt a little bit in there. That way I'm ready to go. So here it is. So grab your screw. Guys, I like to go heavy, heavy, heavy on this stuff because, well, screws come loose and there's a lot of pressure, torque, and all that good stuff, mass moving, little bit of mass moving with these parts. So, all right, these are going to be the most amazing X-Max X-Monster diffs. Guys, I definitely recommend these. Okay, so this is why I start with the center first. I like to grab the out drives. And then I have just put these on here snug. They're not even down all the way. This is where I make sure that everything inside is aligned correctly and spinning freely. This is my chance to unbind everything And there you go. There was a little bit of a bind, but check it out. It's nice and smooth. So we're going to go ahead and tighten it the rest of the way down and close this one up. After you get the ring gear tightened down, you can see on the other side that all the screws are poking through equally. You can see there now that this is the rear. Let's go ahead and check it, make sure everything's spinning freely. And then check it out, guys. This is how I send them off when I build them for you guys. I give a little bit of udder butter, not too much. It doesn't take a lot at all. And then I started putting a little bit of udder butter and just smearing this right on the face of the ring gear. Same thing, that way when the water gets in there, it sits after a wash and I can't get it all blown out. It doesn't get all rusted up. So there we go, guys. I'm ready to move on to the next part of the build. So thanks for watching. Please do leave me a like, a big thumbs up, and if you guys want me to build your guys' diffs, you guys can find me on my website, www.PnwRcMadness.com, or you guys can even hit me up on my phone. Just send me a text message, 253-230-2661. Guys, I've never had any issues with these. I've built probably 150 of these or more. And yeah, I'll show you guys how I put them in the truck and you guys will be good to go. So thanks for watching the channel. Love you all. Happy bashing, and I will catch you guys on the next one.